Hey good people, it's Carmen. It is Thursday. Listen. Okay, so really quickly I want to give it an encouragement because it's about to be hot. Okay, it's about to be real country bumpkin hot. It's gonna be hot. So I just want to give an encouragement to the ladies. I always like to talk to the ladies, the brothers too, but to the ladies in particular. So when the summertime comes, I used to go to a HBCU when the sun would part the sky, okay, stuff would come off, okay. I don't know where these people were before that happened, but they came out of the closets, okay. So a lot of times people, when it gets hot, they like to get free, cool, whatever they want to call it. But here's the thing, as a child of God, I just want to encourage the women of God. I'm noticing on social media a lot of women of God of different statuses and titles and everything, kind of doing things that normally you wouldn't necessarily see a woman of God do, right? One, because there's different standards, but two, just because why? For what? What for? But I'm noticing there's this almost like a transitioning where people are trying to make women of God appear like less religious and more cool or more relatable. But what that relatability is sexuality. And I think that's error, because as a woman of God, we're all sexual. God made us all sexual. I mean, it is what it is, right? But when your sexuality is luring someone somewhere they shouldn't be going, and you're doing it intentionally, and you're doing it, the Bible says not to defraud our brothers, not to lead them away in the way we cannot satisfy. When you are purposefully using your body almost like a weapon, or you're purposefully trying to get attention or likes or validation from your body, to me, I'll say to me, I don't think that's right, okay? And then also you have to recognize that a lot of times people mistake Christians or religious Christians who are overly religious, overly churchy, as they'll say, because being overly religious, what even is that? But being overly churchy, or maybe their standards are higher than some other people's standards, or maybe their convictions are stronger than other people's convictions, or maybe they point fingers. Maybe that's what they're talking about, right? They're pointing fingers at everybody, and if their dress isn't to their ankle or whatever, they're got a problem, an issue with that. Okay, that's one side. The other side is the person who says, well, I'm a Christian and I love God, and I want to have my skirt up to my thigh. That shouldn't matter. Or I want to have on booty shorts. That shouldn't matter. Or I want to have my breast hanging out while I lead worship, or my breast hanging out while I minister the gospel. That shouldn't matter. Because I still love God, and it's not my fault if somebody gets tempted. They could get tempted while I have on a sweatsuit. Facts. They sure can. Okay? But here's the thing. God is after the heart, the intentions of the heart. And so the same way you know what your heart is feeling when you put that outfit on. You know what your motivation is when you roll up to church, or to the community center, or to your job, or to your friend's house with whatever you have on, and the impact you want that thing to have on that man or that woman. You know what the intentions of your heart is, and so does God. So it's not about being too churchy or not churchy enough. Because a lot of times that not churchy side is actually carnality. It's actually a Christian trying to validate their carnality. Let's be honest, okay? You try to be carnal. You try to be like the world. You try to be in the world, but say you're saint. And you try to put a label on that, like, well, I'm not religious. No, that's carnality, okay? Because there is a middle ground. There is a middle ground where you're not that churchy pointing fingers, Pharisee, Sadducee, hypocrite, and you're not that carnal Christian that's got their foot in the club. They doing all kind of stuff. They tipping, they dripping, they slipping, they shacking, they doing all of the actions, okay? They dress that kind of way because that's what's in their spirit. What's in your spirit is going to come out of you, right? And when I was younger, they used to say, the less clothes you have on, the more demons you have in. I don't know why they would say that, but they would say that, okay? Maybe that's the religious side. But they would say the less the more skin you showing, the more demons you got inside of you. Whatever that meant to them, okay? I'm just saying this. Summertime's coming. It's going to be hot. And so there has to be a fine line where we are able to navigate how we present ourselves and the intentions of our heart. Because God cares about that too. God knows it's hot. God knows it's hot. And now me in my house, listen, you don't want to see that. I'm at my house, okay? But when I'm outside, when I'm in front of people that I don't want to defraud or pull away to certain, I cover myself. I put myself in a certain situation. There's certain things I don't do around certain people. I just don't do it. I just don't do it because I want to maintain boundaries and maintain righteous boundaries. And so you have to be careful taking on these worldly concepts of, oh, I don't want to be too Christian. I don't want to be too religious. I don't want to be too righteous. I want to whatever. Because a lot of times that's an open door to that carnality coming in. That's an open door to those lines getting blurred and relationships getting confused. I'll say that way. The relationships getting confused, and the defrauding of the brother and the defrauding of the sister happening, so that hurt comes and destruction comes and confusion comes. So anyway, just wanted to share that. As you prepare for these warm temperatures, also check the condition and the motivation of your heart. All right. I love you all. Have a great day. Te amo.